in conversation with the head coach of the Liberia under-17 female national team, Mr. Sekou the Judges Manubah, and he's here with us this morning. Good morning and welcome to the media.
Good morning, Martina, and good morning to all the listeners out there.
It's good to see you. It's a pleasure having you.
Yeah, right. Sure. It's a pleasure to have you guys. Thank you for the invitation.
How's the weekend going? Today is Saturday.
Very well. As you can see, it's a rainy Saturday morning. We just had a very intense test match, so it started very well, and then hopefully before the end of the day, I think it will be chill.
Great. So we have a lot to talk about today, but let's start with the Monrovia Academy. How is it?
As you all know, and the world knows, I funded Monrovia Football Academy, and co-funded it with a white American guy called Will Smith. And we started on a small footing, and there were a couple of things that were very positive, and at the end of the day, there was some crisis. Today, we're on. There's a bigger project somewhere else, and that's my focus at the moment.
A bigger project. So, will you mind telling us what's a bigger project? We want to know much about it.
You all know now there's a serious project with Real Muja, which is my project, my own initiative. And like I said, it's where all of the focus is at the moment to make sure that we can have Liberia back again on the map when it comes to football, and that's a corner that's hugely concentrated for development of young talents. That's a stage right now that where all the focus is from mine.
Let's talk about the challenges first, and from there we talk about some of the successes of Real Muja. What are some of the challenges you have been faced with since you started that project?
Well, in the very beginning, there were a lot of challenges, because Real Muja started with zero, with nothing, absolutely. But I remain positive that definitely there will be the glorious day, So funding that been one issue, one big major issue. Managing the kids, because I have tons of players that had to commute from home to practice, making sure there's a balance, a football balance and structure for the team, So there were a lot of challenges, in the beginning. There are still some, but we try to find the balance for them, Yeah.
Good. Successes. So you have a lot of players. Let's now talk about the players. You've had players who are now out there making headways. The leg of Emmanuel Fully, the leg of Alhaji Samukai. Let's talk about them. How is it out there with them?
Pretty good. Emmanuel Fully blew up in a few days, and everybody saw. I was amazed that on the Champions League draw, I had a bunch of people in the front of my house celebrating. That moment, it's a big one. Emmanuel Sieh and Vasco out there were also raising the flag high of Real Muja. To be honest, it's a big one for Real Muja as a football club. And me being the father of all, I'm super proud and then hopeful that there can be more. Jessica Kwashi is in Apple, Jerusalem there in Israel. There's a possibility that she might be another Champions League player to watch in the women category. So, I'm grateful to the Almighty Allah for His blessings. This is one good thing that I can't stop celebrating. To see these kids do it's not about the fame, it's not about the money, it's not about the contract, but seeing them grow, because this is something that I always wish and hope for them. The kids' development and what the next level can be.
Emmanuel Fully and Alhaji Samukai went seeking greener pasture out there, and now we're seeing Emmanuel Fully. How about Alhaji Samukai?
Definitely Samukai. There are a lot of stuff out there for him. As I speak to you, we are having a lot of feedback and a lot of touch from. People are touching bases from La Liga, from the French League as well. It was an unfortunate situation. It was in Denmark, and then when the club decided not to extend the agreement.
What happened?
So there was a loan agreement for 6 months, and at the end of the loan agreement, the club had an internal crisis, so they wanted, even Fully, they had to let all the players go. And, that had Fully, we managed to find a way out to Slavia, and then Samukai, I could not keep him in Europe for a longer time because of the visa issue. So I had to bring him back to make sure he's back in full fitness. And yes, there are a lot of opportunities out there waiting for him.
Jessica Kwashi, who is also out there, in terms of progress, how is it for her?
Fantastic, great show. I mean, she's literally taking over Asia women's football. 2 games now, a bunch of assists. She's still carrying the crowd. She's still making sure she's in charge. And 3 or 4 days ago, she was the last minute of the game. They won 4-0. Massive show. And so yeah, those guys. I mean, it's a reality. You can't deny the players of Real Muja because they are knowledgeable about football. They learn the basics. The fundamentals are there. So no football environment is strange for them. They're confident. They're ready to engage.
So tell us exactly, because at times you see Liberian players, they leave from here, they go out there in terms of, in the name of getting big teams coming to get them for them to play, but at the end of the day, you will see some of the players coming back. They can get contract from the big clubs out there, and here you have Jessica out there making headways. So tell us exactly what made her successful.
Well, like I say, the players in Real Muja, the discipline, the fundamental, the basics have been taught to them, and those guys, theoretically, practically, they are very aware of football because the game, like what you say, the game is now on the play on the field. And, players going to Europe, they're not succeeding. There are a lot of things involved. And, food, environment, language, race, and culture. And, a lot of things, religious, a lot of things can be challenging for people. I was one in that situation, and I know what I faced. So, but what happened at Real Muja, there's a whole project. That's why I'm saying it's a bigger project there. The kids they are taught how to manage themselves in strange environment. I give one instance. Jessica went to Israel. She can't speak Hebrew nor Jewish. Okay, it was her first time living on her own. And then the club was like, Jessica appears like she's been living in Europe for a longer time. I had the same feedback for Alhaji. He went to Slovakia. It's the same thing with Emmanuel Sieh. He went to Sweden, and with BK Hecken, it was dope. Like, they were very impressed with his personal attitude. You see him with Emmanuel Fully. Like, he's been in Czech Republic for a long time. So a lot of things have been taught or is taught at the level of Real Muja that I hope a lot of kids in Liberia can be able to grab them.
Great. Emmanuel Fully has been a fan of Barcelona, and now he's playing for Slavia Praha, and now Slavia Praha will be participating in the UEFA Champions League. How is it for you, the manager, seeing your player out there participating in the big league in Europe?
Super excited, to be honest. Some days I got chill when I'm talking about this because I was with the hope that I could be one of those players to play in top level football, in the big stage, But now giving birth to somebody in football and then seeing that person on that stage, it's a massive achievement. I mean, you can tell me, nobody. You saw as the winger came to Liberia, he was honored by President George Weah for making him. And then I just put myself in that shoe, seeing Emmanuel Fully, at the level of the Champions League. And all the other Real Muja kids, it's a big moment for me. I'm really excited about it, and I'm really hopeful.
So Emmanuel Fully is a fan of Barcelona from his youthful age, and now playing against Barcelona. You think he will make the difference?
Like I said, the kids are Real Muja. You cannot deny them. You cannot. They always show their identity. I don't want to be disrespectful to football, but he's already at that level. So he's gonna be a star to watch in the game with Barcelona. I'll tell you one thing. The kid was 3 years ago. He said to me that I'm gonna be a Champions League player soon. And after the draw, he was like, I saw this coming. And it's true. He saw this coming. He's super excited. He's gonna be a star to watch in those games. He's already prepared for it at the age of 16.
And he has Lamine Yamal, who now is is a wonder kid in Europe, where you have defenders, they are all afraid to play him, and you have Emmanuel Fully going against Lamine Yamal. So tell us exactly what exactly he's going to do.
I'm telling you, he's even more motivated. Yes, to face Lamine and all other attackers, because somebody was saying Saka is there, Lamine. He's excited. He loves to be, they're all the Real Muja guys. They love to be in competition. They love competitiveness. And, you know, so when that feature came on, he was really excited because he know he would be announced. He would be somebody that even Lamine will have to think about in the two-face. And, you know, when Emmanuel have the chance, it's going to be a big show to watch, and Liberia will celebrate what they see.
So you go to watch the game?
Yeah, the last time I said it, we are definitely, going to have some Champions League invitation, Slavia, and we're trying to make that happen. And, you know, but I mean, definitely, even if I'm not going to be invited, but I will definitely find my way. So I'm definitely going to watch one of the games for sure.
Great, and we look forward to seeing you out there watching your players playing against Lamine Yamal, playing against Rafinha, playing against Saka. They have Declan Rice. Also, it's good, and we look out there to seeing you watching the games. So now let's talk about the under-17, because we here this morning. We saw your team playing in a friendly match against Pro. Sorry, it was a good one. So tell us, how is it with the under-17 national team?
Well, pretty good as of now. And, you know, I mean, but we started on a very challenging footing. We had our team. Unfortunately, there was a regulation from CAF, and, you know, that we had to change the whole team. So it's just 10 days now that we got a brand new team, and then the new players are cooperating well. I mean, there's some good level we're seeing. It's a good message.
Being a male coaching females, what's the motivation about it?
Well, especially at the age of the U17 level, I think the most important thing is, I mean, you got to think about your personality, being more of a parent, and, you know, start to put yourself in the shoes of a parent, and because I mean, this is something that I've been into for, if I'm not wrong, 2 decades to 3 decades, since almost 20 years now, working with young kids, boys and girls. And, you know, like you read this, I mean, like you all know, when I co-founded Manubah Football Academy, it was all the girls and boys, and, you know, so there's some challenge there where you have to be a parent, and, you know, and the parent who was patient, and, you know, because especially here in Liberia, you don't find a lot of young women, young girls, I mean, being interested or excited to play football. It's not like the guys, and, you know, so that comes with patience, that comes with the good level of understanding, and, you know, and so far. So yeah, I mean, it's exciting, but it comes with a lot of challenges.
The under-17 national female team will be participating in the WAFU tournament. How prepared is Liberia under-17 national female team?
I mean, thanks to the Liberian Football Association and the president and his executive for the level of support so far. We are making some progress, you know, but I'm really hopeful that the Liberia government can be involved, because this is the national team. This team is for the country, and if we have, I mean, adequate funding, there can be massive development for these young women. Today, a few days ago, we were fighting against drugs, because and we saw a lot of young women involved, you know. So if we get football, if we can use football as the incentive to motivate the other young women out there, I'm sure they will not have that time to go and do drugs and stuff. They will focus on playing football so that they can develop. So I hope we can get more funding for national government and all the world vision, so that we can have this program running annually, you know, so that it can be a sustainable program.
The female under-17 national team was at the verge of qualifying for the World Cup qualifier. Unfortunately, you got defeated by Nigeria. So how's it for you? How did you feel about that?
Thank you so much for bringing that, Martina. One thing that it did for me, it motivated me, but then I was sad that I thought Liberia was still going to be celebrating that moment, because it was the first time in the history of Liberia football at the level of the U17 for us to come so close. I mean, we sent a huge message, and, you know, that indeed there is a potential for us to get more better. And, you know, so to be honest, yeah, I was excited. I mean, no surprise. we were playing the Falconers, Nigeria. They know the importance of going to World Cup. I mean, even here we'll play the game here. They had over 8 players in the squad, and we tried to protest it. We were hoping that would be something. We got to Abuja. All the players that play here against us, they now play, but then the protest did not go against them. I was shocked, and so yes, I was excited, and I was hoping that program or that U17 national team can live on, because we show the sign of a great progress. And, say we keep that team for 2 years, we'll not have issues. Now we got the young breed of U17 national team female players. So I'm hoping that this can be a project for the country.
But in that league, in that tournament, you defeated Senegal, and it was only left with Nigeria to qualify for the World Cup. Tell us what exactly happened. What went wrong?
Nigeria was the more prepared team than us. It's the real truth, because
okay.
On stats, Nigeria has 6 friendly matches, international friendly matches. They play Germany, they play the US, they play Colombia, they play Mexico before coming to Liberia. I mean, and it was like we had a victory. We went to Abuja, it was 2-0 against us in the 490 minute. I can't believe that happens. And say we had that we were at that level of preparation where we went to Ivory Coast and played with Ghana and maybe cross the continent, go to Europe with 10 days camp, we would have qualified. I mean, I would say to you today, the potential in football in Liberia is way high. If we can get a little bit of support, we will be celebrating Liberia every moment in all categories of football.
So in the next World Cup qualifier, what should we expect from the female under 17 national team?
I can tell you definitely we will be there, because with support definitely we will be there. I hope it's not going to be with only the Liberian Football Association. I hope it can be the priority of the national government, that this should be the project that should live on, and be fully funded. We'll definitely get there.
Great. Before we leave you, lastly, is there any other thing that you want to talk about that we didn't talk about?
I mean, not much. We almost spoke about almost everything. The U17 WAFU is on September 14. So I'm hoping, as we out there, hoping that there can be massive or more funding coming. I hope we can have fundings, so that we can keep the team, in a very good preparation stage. It's my prayer, hope. So I hope that the message can go up to the national government and all other sports lovers and well wisher out there, because if we don't have funding, we will not grow, And there are, I think it don't have to be cash, There can be super moral support, Say we want to go up to a camp to RLJ. Can the government just ask RLJ for us to be there for 10 days? That can be something that can be funded in the future. That can be something that can be percentage. Look, we need this kind of thing going on. So I'm really hoping that we can get some funding to keep this project going on, so that we don't get stuck, we don't get caught. A few days we had to change the team. It was just 9 days now. 9, I think, if I'm not wrong. 9 days we had new team. A few days we had to change the team because we never had program. And when WAFU sent the regulation that the WAFU tournament got to be players born 29 to 2011. Most of our players we had last year, they were 27, 28. Okay, we got to change. Even the youngest players in the squad, we have to let them go. So it was so now you got a new team. So if we have a program that is running annually and it's sustainable, definitely there will be a huge growth for us.
Okay, you talk about something. Let me just ask you lastly before I let you go. Talking about age, how do you do the in terms of getting the ages of those players? You go out there to the parents to ask, or you have a special machine that you use to detect the players' ages?
No, there's a vetting process that's created within the system, in the TMS system. So we'll find the ages in the system. To be honest, it's not even really possible. The MRI has some type of error, but you can see young kids. Look how our female U17 national team, totally young kids, all babies, and we've been able to find them from the TMS.
Okay, it was nice having you. It's a pleasure. We look forward to seeing you in another day, in days to come. It's a pleasure.
Thank you so much, Martina. I'm honored. Thank you guys for the invite. And I'm looking forward to seeing you guys as well.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.